Here I drew two figures. Let me take this figure and keep upon the first figure. Now you can see one figure is exactly coinciding the other. These two figures cover exactly one another. That means these two figures having same size and same such figures we can call it as congruent figures. Now you can see many congruent figures in our daily life. Let me show some figures. Here four stumps. These four of them stumps of great mathematician Srinivasa Ramanujan. These all the stumps are congruent. That means having same shape and same size. Here biscuits in the packets, they are also having same shape and same size, so they are also congruent. Here the passport size photos, they are also having same shape and same size, so they are also congruent. Now let us check the congruence of plane figures. Here are two figures f1 and f2. Now we have to check whether these two figures are congruent. For that, you have take a trace copy of one figure and you keep this figure over the other. Since it exactly covers, we can call it as f1 is congruent to f2. This we can return by using a symbol. This is the symbol using for representing congruent figures. So here f1 is congruent to f2. This we can write it as f1 congruent to f2. Now let us check the congruence among line segments. Here are a pair of line segments. Now to check whether they are congruent or not, we can use superposition method. Take a trace copy of line segment AB. Now keep that line segment exactly over the other. It coincides exactly, so it covers exactly one another. So we can call it as AB and CD are congruent. This we can write it as line segment AB congruent to line segment CD. Consider another two line segments PQ and RS. Are they congruent? Let us check it. If we superpose one another, it will not coincide exactly. So these two are not congruent. So for a line segment, this AB and CD are congruent because they have the same length. Here the length are different, so they are not congruent. So we can say if two line segments have the same length, that means equal length, they are congruent. Also we can say that if two line segments are congruent, they have the same length. Let us check the congruence of angles. Here angle ABC and angle PQR are there. You have to check whether these two angles are congruent or not. Let us follow the same method of superposition. Take a copy of angle PQR. Now keep PQR on ABC. Since it exactly covers, you can say that angle ABC is congruent to angle PQR. This can be written as angle ABC is congruent to angle PQR. Now let us see by using measurements here. Angle ABC is 41 degree. Now if you measure angle PQR, that also 41 degree. This means that two angles are congruent if their measures are equal. So if two angles have the same measure, they are congruent. Also, if two angles are congruent, their measures are same.